So here's a little video that I want to do on how do you know when you need to put supports on something. It seems to be a lot of trouble. I've seen a bunch of newbies in the Facebook groups going, "Why did my print fail?" And here's how you can tell where you need supports. Okay, this is my ray gun keychain, and I've got it in an orientation that would not print well at all. Right, there was no way I would print it this way, but I'm just doing it as an illustration. Now it's already sliced, and as you can see, Kira's freaking out as everything's red because this would be a nightmare. However, if you go through the levels, and this is what you want to do, you go through the levels, you can see how your printer is going to print. And this is layer by layer. Whoop, right there. See, there's our first problem. This part right here is going to be spaghetti because it is printing plastic in midair. So you need supports there, right? There's nothing supporting that little part of the print. It's just spewing plastic out of the nozzle. Need supports. Right? If you just go through the layers, just slice it up and go through the layers, it will show you how your printer is going to print, right? All of this would print fine. I mean, beside the fact that there's no bed adhesion and this print would rock over and fall over. But let's pretend for a minute that magic happens and this print will stay adhered to the bed, right? So as we continue to go up, we're fine. Oh, right here, look. All of this is printing in midair. There's nothing supporting this part of the print. It's just going to spew out spaghetti because there is nothing for the print, the plastic to adhere to, right? It's just squirting out in midair. You need supports there. There you go, more spaghetti. The trigger right over here. It's just spewing plastic out in the midair. Oh, here you go, look, all of this has got nothing to support it. It's just spewing plastic into midair. Spewing. Okay, now we're okay. Oh, right here, look, all of this, no supports. It's gonna spew plastic. Spaghetti time. All of this right here, spaghetti. It needs support. Oh, right here, another part. It needs support. It's printing in midair. The plastic has nothing to adhere to, so it's just gonna squirt out like string cheese. All right, we're good now. Oh, right there. String cheese, it's going to squirt out into midair. So this is how you can tell, right? I would never print this like this. There's no way that this print would work. If you go into my new cut and key video, you would see exactly how I would print this. I cut it in half so that there's a flat part and it can fit on the bed, right? So let's go in here real quick and turn on supports. Now I almost never use support because I cut and key. Okay, and also since I use I have a fan duct, I could probably move that up to 70%. But for illustration purposes, now see, that's all of those areas. That's all see, even in here we missed that. They even have supports in here. All of this stuff needs supports because it's all in midair. Right now, all of this stuff has something to adhere to as it's printing. Personally, I think this is a waste of time and plastic. It adds time to your print. It wastes plastic. I hate supports. They're a pain in the butt to clean up. Look at all of this stuff. I would never get this out of here. This is a tiny print, right? It's a keychain. It would be such a pain to clean up. All of this stuff I would have to file and sand, and it would be a nightmare. Go look at my cut and key video. That's how you should print. I only use support like 2% of the time, if that much. There are certain areas that you gotta support. You just can't get away from it. But generally, I'll cut my stuff up and I'll key it so that I can print without supports. But this is how you'll know whether you need supports or not. Put your model on the bed. Go up through the layers, right? Let's turn support off so I can show you one more time. And I always like to do this. I always like to look at the layers really quick before I print because a lot of times you can catch issues. Well, let's just take a look at that little spot for 1 second. I'm curious. So you probably don't really need support in there. You could probably get away without support. But these areas here, you'd have to have support. That is literally printing in midair. There's nothing around that. Spaghetti time! So that's basically how you know whether you need support or not. Just bring your model into Cura, slice it, do the preview, and go through the layers, and you can literally see where it needs support. And then you can turn supports on. I hate saying that. Oh, I hate supports. Oh, I hate supports. Cut and key. Go look at my cut and key video. It will save you time. But anyway, that's how you know where you need supports on your model, right? Anything that's in midair needs support. Anything floating in the midair, all this stuff is just wasted plastic spewing into the breeze. Okay, you get it by now. That's how you know how and where you need